Hello. This video will look at a few of the examples from our book and how you would use your calculator to do this. So if we look at questions 39 through 48, it's asking us to use graphical and numerical evidence to take a guess for for the value of the limit. What that means is, right, we could graph it. Again, since you don't have a nice graphing tool on an exam, that really won't make a lot of sense. Numerical evidence just says, hey, choose a number really close to the value that we're approaching, that x is approaching from the left and the right, and see what happens. Okay? So there's no breaking stuff down and this and that. It's just seeing what happens when you plug in numbers. All right. So I don't know. Let's choose number 41. Let's say. Okay. And it says, okay, as x approaches infinity, what's the limit of this crazy function? And make sure you're in radians because we have cosine here. Anything with trig, just in general, stay in radians, okay? So in your calculator, right, you're going to want to choose a number. That's big, right? On the Casio that you guys have, I used 10 to the 10th, and I got a math error. So then I chose 10 to the 5th, right, 1 with 5 zeros, and that gave me a pretty good indication of what the limit is. All right, so you're going to have to play with it and see what happens. So let's see. Again, all you're doing is we're going to say, okay, parentheses, right? 10 on this calculator, I can go to the 10 to the 10th. All right, 10 to the 10th. Now notice what I need to do because I'm squaring that, right? So squared minus 4 times 10 to the 10th plus 7, close parentheses, divide by, open parentheses, 2 times, parentheses, why? Because I'm squaring 10 to the 10th again. So there's my 2x squared, plus 10 to the 10th times cosine of, in parentheses, 10 to the 10th. Then close parentheses. Whew, okay. All right, and we can see fairly easily that the limit looks like it will be 0.5, right, or a half. Okay, not that big of a deal. Okay. And again, let's look at, say, number 48. Okay, we're approaching 0 from the right. So we're going to choose a very, very small number, right? So that might be 10 to the negative 10th, right? Raised to 1 divided by 10 to the negative 10th. Let's see what happens when I do that. I get 0. Let's see if that's correct. That's number 48, right? All right. And sure enough, yep, that limit is 0. Okay? You get the idea, right? Don't do maybe like 10 to the 40th or 10 to the 20th. If you can, great, but again, your calculator has only so much memory, so you've got to be very thoughtful about what big number or what small number you're going to use. All right? I don't know, should we do one more? Sure, let's do number 45, right? And notice the limits are x is approaching infinity or negative infinity or 0 from the right or just 0 in general. Okay, so let's look. Now notice this one is 0, so we have to come from the left and the right. So we have to be very careful. So there's my e raised to, let's see, a really small number from the right. So I'll say 10 to the negative 10th. Let's see if that works. All right. And then I'm going to subtract 1. And then I'm going to divide by 10 to the negative 10th. When I do that, I get 1. So the limit as I approach 0 from the right is 1. Okay? I don't know if I can bring that back up. That'd be actually really nice if I could do, but I don't think I can. All right, let's try this again. Now we have to come from the left. Right? So e raised to, right, we have to make it negative. And also make it really small. So negative 10 to the negative 10th. Right? Minus 1. All right. And I need to make sure I have parentheses around all of that. And I'm going to divide by negative 10 to the negative 10th power. And that also is 1. So it seems as if I approach 0 from the right and left, the value of this limit will be 1. Okay? So just again, read the directions and you know what to do, right? We can't use any crazy algebra at this point for this. We're just going to use numerical evidence or if they give us a graph. All right, hope that helps. Thanks for watching.